Have you ever wondered if someone likes you? Like really likes you? It's a question we've all asked ourselves at some point. You're talking to someone and you get this feeling, a little spark, but you're not sure if you're just imagining it. Are they just being friendly, or is there something more going on? You wish you could just know what they're thinking. Well, what if I told you that you kind of can? People might not say what they're feeling out loud, but their bodies often do the talking for them. It's called body language, and it's like a secret code that we're all using without even realizing it. Today, we're going to crack that code. We're going to look at 5 specific signs of body language that can show someone is attracted to you. These aren't just guesses. They're based on how our brains and bodies work when we feel that little spark of attraction. So, if you've ever been confused by a crush, or just want to understand people a little better, stick around. This is going to be fun, and who knows? By the end of this, you might realize someone has been sending you signals all along. Let's start with our first sign, and it's all in the eyes. Sign number 1, the lingering gaze. Okay, so we all make eye contact. It's a normal part of talking to someone. You look at them, they look at you. Simple, right? But when attraction is in the air, that normal eye contact changes. It becomes something more. It becomes a lingering gaze. What do I mean by lingering? I mean that the person holds your gaze for just a second or two longer than as usual. It's not a stare. A stare can feel creepy or aggressive. This is different. It's soft, it's curious, and it's a little bit intimate. Think about it. When we're talking to a friend or a family member, our eyes tend to dart around a bit. We look at them, then we might glance away, then look back. It's a comfortable, casual rhythm. But when you're talking to someone and they're attracted to you, they will often hold your gaze more intensely. It's like their brain is telling them, hey, pay attention. This person is important. There's a reason for this. Our eyes are incredibly powerful tools for connection. When you hold someone's gaze, it creates a sense of a shared moment just between the two of you. It's a way of saying, I see you and I'm interested in you, without using any words at all. Let me give you a real-life example. Imagine you're at a party. It's noisy. There are people everywhere. You're talking to a group of people, and then you start talking to one person in particular. As you're telling a story, you notice that they are looking right at you, not just at your face, but right into your eyes. And when you finish your story and the conversation moves on, their eyes stay on you for just a beat longer than everyone else's. That little extra moment, that's the lingering gaze. It's a sign that they weren't just listening to your story. They were connecting with you. Now, you might be thinking, what if they're just a really focused listener? And that's a fair point. Some people are naturally better at maintaining eye contact. But here's a little extra detail to look for. The pupil. When we see something we like or find stimulating, our pupils, the black dots in the center of our eyes, get bigger. This is an automatic response from our nervous system that we can't control. So, if you're close enough to notice, and you see that their pupils seem a little larger when they're looking at you, that's a very strong indicator of attraction. It's their body's way of saying, I want to see more of you. Another part of this is looking away and then looking back. Someone who is attracted to you might look at you, then shyly look down or away for a moment, and then their eyes will come right back to you. This little dance of the eyes is often a sign of a mix of interest and nervousness, which is a classic combination when we have a crush on someone. So, the next time you're talking to someone and you get that feeling, pay attention to their eyes. Are they just making normal eye contact? Or are they holding your gaze just a little bit longer, making you feel like you're the only person in the room? That lingering look can be one of the most powerful and honest signs of attraction. All right. Let's move on to our second sign. This one is about closing the distance. Sign number 2, proximity and leaning in. Have you ever noticed that when you really like someone, you just want to be near them? It's a natural human instinct. We move closer to the things and people. We are drawn to this as the core of our second sign, proximity. Proximity is just a simple word for how close someone is to you. When someone is attracted to you, they will often find reasons to be physically closer to you than they would be to other people. They are, quite literally, closing the gap between you. Think about a group setting. You're all standing in a circle, talking. You might notice that one person has positioned themselves so they are standing or sitting closer to you than to anyone else. They might not even be talking to you directly at that moment, but their body is oriented towards you. It's a subconscious thing. Their brain is telling them that you are someone they want to connect with, so their body follows suit. It's like a magnetic pull. Here's a story to illustrate this. Let's say you work in an office. There's a co-worker you get along with, and you suspect there might be something more there. You have a team meeting, and everyone is sitting around a big table. You notice that this person, even though there were plenty of other empty chairs, chose the one right next to you. Then, during the meeting, the boss is talking and presenting on a screen. You notice your co-worker isn't just sitting next to you. They're leaning their body slightly in your direction. Their chair is angled towards you. When they talk to you, they lean in even closer, as if they want to make sure you can hear them, even though the room is quiet. This leaning in is a huge part of the proximity sign. Leaning is a very clear and often unconscious signal of interest. When someone leans their body towards you, they are non-verbally saying, "I'm engaged with you. I'm focused on you. I want to be in your space." Conversely, if someone is leaning away from you with their arms crossed, it often signals disinterest or that they feel uncomfortable. But that forward lean, that's a green light. Let's think about another scenario. You're at a coffee shop with a friend. You're sitting at a small table. A normal, friendly conversation might involve both of you sitting back comfortably in your chairs. But if your friend is attracted to you, you might notice they rest their arms on the table and lean forward, bringing their upper body closer to yours. They are physically reducing the space between you to create a more intimate and connected atmosphere. This doesn't have to be a big, obvious movement. It can be very subtle. It could be as simple as them turning their feet and hips to face you, even when their head is turned to look at someone else. Our feet, interestingly, often point in the direction we want to go. If someone's feet are pointed towards you, it's a good sign that they're focused on you and want to stay engaged in the conversation with you. So, pay attention to space. How close do people get? Do they find excuses to be near you? Do they lean in when you talk? This desire to close the physical distance is a powerful and primal indicator of attraction. It's their body trying to get closer to what their heart wants. Now, for our third sign, which is all about what we do with our hands. Sign number 3, preening and grooming gestures. This one might sound a little funny, but it's something we all do when we want to make a good impression on someone we're attracted to. It's called preening. Think about a bird. Before it tries to attract a mate, it will often preen its feathers, making sure every single one is perfectly in place. It wants to look its absolute best. Well, Humans do the same thing, just in our own way. Preening gestures are small, often unconscious actions we take to improve our appearance when we're around someone we find attractive. We do it to present the best possible version of ourselves. Asterisk for men. A very common preening gesture is adjusting their tie or smoothing down their shirt. They might run a hand through their hair or straighten their watch. They might even stand up a little taller and pull their shoulders back, trying to appear bigger and more confident. It's an instinctual way of saying, "Look at me, I'm a strong and capable partner." For women, common preening gestures might include tucking a strand of hair behind their ear or playing with their hair, twirling a piece of hair around. A finger is a classic one. They might also smooth down their skirt or dress, or subtly adjust their necklace or another piece of jewelry. Another very common one is touching their neck or collarbone area. The neck is a vulnerable part of the body, and touching it can be a subconscious signal of trust and interest. Let's picture a scene. You're on a first date. You're both a little nervous. You notice that as you're talking, your date reaches up and smooths down their hair. A few minutes later, they straighten the collar of their jacket. You might not have thought anything of it, but these are likely preening behaviors. They are adjusting their feathers for you because they want you to see them in the best possible light. It's important to understand that these are not usually calculated moves. Most people don't consciously think, "I'm going to smooth my hair now to show that I'm attracted to this person." It's an automatic response. When we're in the presence of someone we like, our brain goes into a kind of display mode. We want to be seen, and we want to be seen as desirable. Another part of this is something called mirroring. This is when someone subtly copies your body language. If you lean forward, they lean forward. If you take a sip of your drink, they take a sip of theirs a moment later. Mirroring is a way our bodies build rapport and connection with someone. It's a non-verbal way of saying, "We're on the same wavelength. I'm like you." So if you notice someone is unconsciously mimicking your gestures, it's a very strong sign that they feel a connection with you and are trying to build on it. Think about a time you were talking to someone and felt really in sync with them. Chances are you were both mirroring each other's body language without even realizing it. So, look for the little adjustments. The hair smoothing, the clothes straightening, the jewelry fiddling. These preening gestures, combined with mirroring, are the body's way of getting ready for its close-up, hoping to catch the eye of that special someone. Okay, are you ready for sign number 4? This one is about breaking down barriers. Sign number 4. Open body language and removing obstacles. When we feel comfortable and open with someone, our body language reflects that. We literally open ourselves up to them. Conversely, when we feel defensive, nervous, or disinterested, we tend to close ourselves off. Think about what closed body language looks like. Arms crossed tightly over the chest is the classic example. Legs crossed, body angled away. Holding a bag or a book in front of your body like a shield. These are all signals that someone is creating a barrier. They are closed off to connection now. Think about the opposite. Open body language. This is what you'll often see when someone is attracted to you. Their arms will be uncrossed, perhaps resting at their sides or on the table. Their posture will be relaxed and open. They will face you directly with their torso and feet. This openness is a sign of trust and comfort. They are non-verbally saying, "I'm comfortable with you. I'm open to what you have to say. I'm not putting up any walls between us." Let me share a simple, everyday example. Imagine you're at a cafe, sitting at a table with someone. When you first sit down, you both might have your phones or your coffee cups on the table directly between you. As the conversation starts to flow and you both start to feel more connected, you might notice something interesting happens. The person you're with might subtly move their coffee cup to the side. They might pick up their phone and put it in their pocket. They are unconsciously removing the physical barriers between the two of you. By clearing that space, they are creating a more direct and open line of communication and connection. I once saw this happen in a very clear way. I was watching two people who had just met at a social event. They started talking, and at first, they were both holding their drinks in front of their chests, almost like a shield. They were standing a little far apart. But as they talked and laughed, I saw them both, at different times, lowered their drinks to their sides. Then they took a step closer to each other. They went from closed and guarded to open and engaged. The attraction was visibly growing between them, just by watching how they opened up their body language. So, look for what people do with objects. Are they keeping a purse, a backpack, or even a pillow on their lap between you? Or are they putting those things aside? Look at their arms. Are they crossed in a defensive posture, or are they relaxed and open at their sides? An open posture is an invitation. It says, "Come on in, the door is open." It's a vulnerable and honest signal because it shows that they feel safe and at ease with you. When someone is willing to be open and a little vulnerable around you, it's often because they are attracted to you and want to build a deeper connection. And that brings us to our fifth and final sign. This one is perhaps the most obvious, but also one of the most important. Sign number 5, the genuine smile and touch. A smile is a universal sign of happiness, but not all smiles are created equal. There's a difference between a polite, social smile and a genuine, heartfelt smile that comes from a place of real joy and attraction. So how can you tell the difference? It's all in the eyes. A polite, social smile often only involves the muscles around the mouth. It's the kind of smile you give to a stranger when you pass them on the street. It's quick and it doesn't reach the rest of the face, but a genuine smile, also known as a Dushan smile, is different. This kind of smile involves not just the mouth, but also the muscles around the eyes. When someone gives you a genuine smile, you'll see their eyes crinkle up at the corners. Their whole face lights up. This is the kind of smile you see when someone is truly happy to see you. And if that happiness is fueled by attraction, the smile will be directed at you often. You'll find they smile more around you than they do around other people. Your jokes are funnier. Your stories are more interesting. Just your presence is enough to bring a genuine smile to their face. Think about the last time someone's smile made you feel warm inside. It was probably a Dushan smile. You could feel the authenticity of it. When someone you're interested in gives you that kind of smile, it's a powerful and reassuring signal. It's their face literally saying, "You make me happy." And now for the second part of this sign, touch. Touch is one of the most direct and powerful ways to communicate attraction. Now, I'm not talking about inappropriate or unwanted touch. I'm talking about small, light, and appropriate social touches. When someone is attracted to you, they will often find little excuses to make physical contact. It's a way of testing the waters and creating a physical connection. This could be a light touch on the arm as they laugh at something you said. It could be them gently brushing your hand as you both reach for something. It could be them accidentally bumping into you in a crowded room. Let's imagine you're walking with someone and you're telling a funny story. At the punchline, they laugh and briefly touch your shoulder. It's a fleeting gesture, but it's very significant. That touch says, I'm connecting with you. I feel comfortable enough with you to break that personal space barrier. Another common example is when someone guides you by placing a hand on the small of your back. For instance, if you're walking through a doorway, they might gently guide you through first with a light touch. This is a classic, often subconscious gesture of both guidance and interest. The key here is that these touches are light, respectful, and context appropriate. They are not meant to make you feel uncomfortable. They are small bids for connection. Think about it from your own perspective. When you like someone, don't you feel an urge to be closer to them, to maybe make some small physical contact? It's a natural part of human connection, so watch for the smiles. Are they genuine smiles that reach the eyes? And pay attention to touch. Do they find little reasons to make light, fleeting contact? A genuine smile combined with a gentle touch is one of the clearest and most direct ways that the body can say, I am attracted to you. So there you have it, 5 key body language signs that can indicate attraction. The lingering gaze, getting close and leaning in. The preening gestures, open body language, and a genuine smile and touch. Now, it's really important to remember one thing. None of these signs in isolation is a guaranteed confirmation of attraction. People are complex. Someone might be a close talker naturally. Someone might be fidgety and touch their hair all the time out of nervousness. Someone might be a naturally smiley person. The key is to look for a combination of these signals. A cluster of signs. If someone is holding your gaze, leaning in when you talk, and you see them smooth their shirt, that's a much stronger indicator than just one of those signs on its own. Context is also everything. Pay attention to the situation you're in. Is this behavior something they do with everyone? Or is it special for you? If you notice they only lean in close and smile that genuine Dushan smile when they're interacting with you, then you're probably onto something. Understanding body language isn't about being a mind reader. It's about becoming a better observer. It's about paying more attention to the non-verbal conversation that is always happening beneath the surface. This can not only help you figure out if someone has a crush on you, but it can also make you a better communicator in all areas of your life. It can help you understand your friends, your family, and your co-workers better. So the next time you're out in the world, just watch. Observe how people interact. See if you can spot these signs. And most importantly, when you're talking to that person you're curious about, pay attention to the silent language of their body. It might just be telling you everything you need to know. Thanks for hanging out with me today and exploring the fascinating world of body language. I hope this helps you decode some of the signals you see every day. Stay curious, and we'll talk again soon.